Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today at NAB. I hope you've had a good morning starting to work your way through the exhibits, especially over here in West Hall. If you've made it all the way down here, we're really appreciative, cause it does feel like a bit of a hike some days, doesn't it? It's quite at the show. So I'm happy for NAB this year. My name is David Grindle. I'm the executive director here at SMPTE, or as I was referred to earlier, the SMPTE Bowtie Guy. And we're excited to bring you today really some new information about benefits that we have changed this year to help our members out. Last year, we asked people, what is it that would be helpful in your membership? And we got a lot of feedback. And as soon as the presentation comes back up around, we'll be able to go through and look at some of this. For those of you, SMPTE is now 108 years old. We've been around. There are over 900 standards documents that have been created, in addition to the education and professional development that's going on. SMPTE is in 60 countries around the world. And we are, at this point, seeing growth this year because we asked members, what do you want? And they gave us a response. And the things that the members said they wanted was access to the standards that we create and access to education were our top things. So as of January this year, we're giving those as part of our membership package. Membership in SMPTE includes for all members access to the standards library, which is 948 documents. The fun part about this is when we built the library on SMPTE's website, it comes with the full version of every document. So many of our standards go back over several years, and sometimes you need to see the history of a standard because you're working in a particular setup. When you download a SMPTE standard now, not only do you get the current version, you get everything that comes from the past. Also, it's kind of fun. We just uploaded a revision in the digital cinema package this week. And we were able, because we are now downloading them off of SMPTE's website, we were able to go and find everyone who's downloaded the digital cinema package and send them a note letting them know there's been an update that they can look at. So that's the kind of customer service we're trying to bring to you so that when standards change, you're aware of those standards changing. And the other thing is, these are all HTML-based documents, so you can store them in your browser or in your SMPTE member profile, which you access on our website. All of your downloads are stored there as well, so you don't have to go back looking for them again. SMPTE Standards community is still active and vibrant. We've got new things going on there. One of the interesting things that has come to us is looking at standardizing color in medical imaging. As more and more people are being asked to diagnose off of video and other images, the folks from the medical industry have come to SMPTE to start a conversation. And so we are rolling it out with an RDD to begin with, and then working more towards a standard going forward in the future. The other thing is that you have access to all of our self-paced learning. SMPTE's library currently has about a little more than a dozen self-paced learning courses. And those are included in your membership, and they go from essentials of compression, essentials of IP, all the way up to advanced level things, including an understanding of SMPTE 2110. These courses are taken at your speed, and then when you complete them, if you complete an 80% or better on our final exam with each of these courses, it generates a certificate that you can show to your employer or others that you have completed these courses. And those certificates are stored in your profile so that you can come back and pull those again. Being able to have access to those kinds of things are important for your employers often, or your prospective employers. The other thing that we're working towards is the ability to have what we call micro-credentialing, more opportunities. So if you complete multiple courses, you then have a micro-credential from SMPTE in that particular area. So if you have an essential, a basics, a mid-range, and an advanced course, you would then get a badge that you can put in and show your employer as well. And more employers are finding value in that, and we want to make it accessible to you. We have reduced the rate of some of our older instructor-led courses for our members to help you get through those instructor-led courses as well, because we realize that continuing education is important as we look at an industry that's changing in technology faster and faster every day. I'm really excited. We've refreshed the Motion Imaging Journal. Motion Imaging Journal is as old as SMPTE. There are 108 years of motion imaging research that's been published by SMPTE. When we asked our readers what they were looking for, they loved the peer review, but they also said it'd be really nice to have some use cases to see what happens when somebody implements something, or to get to know some of the members who have done some of these things. So we've expanded the number of pages in an issue of Motion Imaging Journal. It's now printed 6 times a year and comes to you in digital as well, and includes these use cases, includes member profiles, so that you get to see our members from around the world and see the work that they're doing. One of the other things that we're in the midst of is pulling 108 years worth of journal articles into our website. It means creating a 23,000 document searchable space. So that's taking us a little bit of time, but those are coming back up as well. So you'll be able to search for all the standards, all the engineering documents, all the SMPTE research when you want to go back and see things. So what is coming next? SMPTE's focus is really to come back to what is it that you need to get your job done. And we're doing that regionally because we're a global industry, but we're vastly different from one part of the world to another. What we need in the US versus the UK versus India versus Australia are all vastly different needs. And so we're trying to work and support our sections to create opportunity that you can get what you need and connect with your people. I'm really excited to see the growth that has gone on as Ed is here from our UK section, the growth going on there with programming. And we have growth going on around the US and growth going on in Australia and India in particular, outside of our normal strongholds of Europe. The other thing that's coming next is the opportunity for you to continue to give feedback. SMPTE has existed for 108 years because of its membership. And if we aren't providing what you need through the standards, through education, and through networking and opportunities, then we're not providing the SMPTE that you need as an organization to be a member of. Networking in our industry is important. SMPTE members now receive a weekly update as to what's been going on across the entire society, and included in that are job postings that are placed by our corporate members each week. This is an important benefit because we're trying to help our corporate members extend their budgets by giving them a no-cost place to post jobs, but then the sharing those job postings out to you as members gives you the opportunity, if you're looking for new work, looking for a different direction, you need a resource that's sending you those jobs much more directly. So we're happy to start expanding our member services to include things like that. This week in our board meeting, our president, Renard Jenkins, reiterated our commitment to science and technology, and in particular, the ethics and moral use of that technology. So these are all conversations and discussions that we are hosting amongst members over the coming year, and we invite you to be a part of those conversations and learn from it. People come to SMPTE for lots of different reasons. Some people need us just for standards. Other people need us for communities like our IMF user group or the virtual production or Open Services Alliance work going on in Rapid Industry Solutions. Other people are just looking for a network. And SMPTE's there for all of those things for you, and we're happy to be there. So we hope that we can be a resource for you going forward into the coming year and beyond. Thank you for joining us today. Thought we'd start something a little short, sweet, and overviewed. And please join us in booth 4434, which is directly behind our corner here, and we can give you more information on things that are going on with SMPTE. So thank you all for joining us today.